The Jaguars come out and a bunch set. Handoff. That makes the move to the right. Brought down at the 20.
Safeties are becoming a bigger part of the NFL every year. That time the safety comes up and gets in there and makes the tackle for no gain.
Second and 10. Lee's going to pull in the bullet pass.
Well, when you talk about throwing these sideline routes or the out route, it is about timing. When that receiver makes that break to go towards the sideline, that football has to be in the air. Nice throw and catch that time.
They'll go shotgun here. Bobby Wagner gives to the quarterback. The Seahawks defense making a statement early with a sack.
Yeah, you always want to hit the quarterback early, get some self-doubt into the quarterback, but also give the offensive lineman some self-doubt going like, man, this might be a long day. I think it will be.
Gains 15.
You know, when you're catching the football, there's nothing like catching the pass, whether it's short or long, and breaking a tackle and getting a couple of extra yards. That makes the quarterback have some confidence in you, and they'll start looking for you more.
Catch made. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
That's a good job by the receiver, running the drag route across the field. These are not easy throws for the quarterback, but he sticks it right on him for the completion.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Bortles on the move. Good coverage by Sherman that time as the pass goes incomplete.
Oh, they make the quarterback get outside the pocket, and there is nobody open. They covered everybody.
Second down and 10. They'll go ground. And that gains a few. Trying to establish the run, but there's nothing there here at the start.
Well, they didn't pick up any yards that time, no doubt about it, but that's a bad job by the running back. He picked the wrong side to run to. Nobody was blocking the side he went to.
It's Lee. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short, defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a fourth down.
They put up 3 here in the first to take the lead.
It's always good to get those points on the board and get the lead and get the other team chasing you.
No return here as he takes a knee in the end zone. Wilson's heading out now. He'll, of course, be leading this offense today. The Seahawks at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. Wilson's going to take it from the gun. And it's caught by Hurst.
That's what you call a bullet pass. Very little space to throw the football into, but he gets it done. A lot of velocity, right on target.
Second and short. They run the counter play. That's a gain of 6.
If you're running back and you want more carries, do things like this. Read the defense right, read the blocking, and pick up first downs. That's a really good job by the running back.
Wilson's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. The Seahawks will take the snap from the 35. Looking long. Here's the offensive line, which must protect its quarterback today. The Seahawks will take the snap from the 35. Ball was out. Recovery by the offense.
One thing coaches hate when their offense is on the field is fumbling the football. Because a lot of times, it's just bad fundamentals. But they're lucky this time. They have the fumble. They're able to get on top of it.
Wilson's tackled down at the 43.
Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
It's Jermaine Kearse coming down with it.
When you run the slant route, it's very important to know as a receiver that you're going to catch that football probably in between some linebackers.
First down at the 31. And now on the draw. And that gains a few. This defensive front has been the talk all week long. And Phil, we met with them in our production meetings this week. They know they'll have a chance to get to the quarterback today. Second down and 7. Over to Graham. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
First down at the 19. And this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one.
The Seahawks running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. If he tries for the big play, what happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
For a gain of about 5.
Well, anytime you're talking about a successful run in the NFL, the running back is going to be a big part of that. Breaking tackles, but this time it was just the vision of the running back. He picked the right hole and picked up some nice yards.
3rd and 6. Screen. Makes the reception. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Good job by the defense. They're well-taught, well-schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know in situations like this, if it's thrown short of the 1st down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now we have 4th down.
The kick is through for 3. We're getting close to the 2nd quarter, and the field goal has tied the game.
Yeah, these teams are starting to loosen up. You know, I like that. Get over those nerves that sometimes you have early in the game. Hey, this thing's going to be a barn burner.
Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. Bortles going to be leading the team today, of course. 3 years of competition in this league, and now starting to find his rhythm. The Jaguars step back onto the field on offense. Their last possession resulted in a field goal.
Well, I know this. It was good defense on the other side. That's what made them kick that field goal. So the defense is feeling good about the fact that they stopped that momentum by the offense and made them kick that field goal. Well, we see it more and more. Football's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
Loss of 3 on the play. Bortles going to take the snap from the shotgun. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2 hands.
Holding offense.
The defense will take the penalty. 2nd down. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Here's the starting offense with a receiving core that can be so dangerous in a game like this. Launches it down the field. Puts a hand. Oh, he made the catch. He caught it with 1 hand. Phil, that's one of the best one-handed catches we've seen all year, isn't it?
Jim, that's one of the best. You don't see many this outstanding in these wide receivers. If they can't get 2 hands on the football, they've taught themselves over time just to go up and stretch as far as they can and get that 1 hand on it. And it is amazing how many times they make the catch. Well, you play this cover 4. In other words, you got 4 defenders playing deep, equally spread across the field. Well, who's going to cover the in cuts and underneath? Nobody. That's why the quarterback got an easy completion that time on the end run.
That's another reception, giving him 2.
Well, you got 4 defensive backs playing deep. You are going to have a lot of wide open space underneath. We saw it that time, and another easy completion for the quarterback and receiver.
The give, and he gains maybe a 3.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
We'll have 1 more play before the quarter expires. Just a quick drop back. Reaches out and snatches it. Back here to start quarter 2. We are deadlocked right now in a game that has seen its fair share of defense.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch, isn't it? I love defenses when they come out and they just establish the line of scrimmage and beat the offense up. That's what we've seen so far, and I think it's going to continue. So many times when you drop the football in the NFL, a pass like that, it's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
The Jaguars come to the line with a bunch set. Look at that concentration. Touchdown, Jacksonville Jags. stake themselves to the lead with that touchdown.
Yeah, listen, don't start looking at that scoreboard, though. It's too early in the game. You just got to keep playing. Don't worry about winning and losing, but it's nice to be on top.
The Jaguars kicking team comes out now as the offense takes a break, and they deserve one after going down the field, mainly through the air with over 70 yards passing. The Seahawks back onto the field now to get another drive started. They came away with a field goal in their last possession, Phil, but had to be a letdown because they were really moving the football.
Oh, I think you're right. They had to be let down. You execute so many good plays going down the field, and you just need that one to get you in the end zone. They did not do that, so, Jim, I think you're right. I think they were a little down about that field goal.
After the pass play, gain 7. 2nd and 3 on the way. Trying to power his way right up the middle. First down. Offense readying for the snap. Wilson with the give. And that's a gain of 9.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
There's a flag out.
Encroachment, defense.
The Seahawks at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it.
Good job by the defensive line standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain. When you see linebackers shifting around like this, what they're trying to do, confuse the quarterback.
The Seahawks now move the chains. That's reception number 4 for him.
When you see zone defenses, throw it into the open spaces. That's what the quarterback did that time. Good job by the receiver running in there and making the catch.
Wilson's completed his last 6 passes.
The Jaguars guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
Loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13. He's wide open for the grab.
The Seahawks understand just get whatever yards you can every time you run a play. That's what they do that time. It's a short completion, but look what position it puts them here. In on 3rd down, this is something they can handle.
The Seahawks from the 32. Jimmy Graham with the grab.
Good job by the defense, staying in the right spots. They give up the short pass. They make the tackle, and now we have 4th down coming up.
The kick, it's through there. The kick is good. That field goal narrows the gap here in the early part of the 2nd quarter, Phil.
Yeah, it was a good drive, Jim, that time. It's a morale booster. It gives you energy and did everything for your football team. I know it was just a field goal, but I thought it was very important for the football team.
That return's good for about 25. Robinson's been tearing this secondary to pieces so far, and he's headed back out there to see if he can do a little bit more of the same.
Listen, he's one of the best in the NFL, and he's having an incredible day out here so far, taking advantage of situations and showing everybody how talented he really is.
The Jaguars from the 27. Writes all over that offense and brings him down.
Well, when you get a situation like this, Jim, and you get 3rd long, I'll tell you what catches the defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back. because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think you're going to throw it short.
And after only 3 plays, that incompletion brings us to 4th down.
The Jaguars really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first down. It's 3rd and long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
He'll have a chance for a return. That's a pickup of 14. The Seahawks look lost the deeper they get into opposing territory. That's why they have nothing but field goals to this point, partner.
Yeah, you got to be creative, Jim. When you get down near the goal line, you hear me say it all the time. It's about what can you show the defense that they haven't seen already.
Look at Fowler make the play on the quarterback.
Every defense is looking for somebody to hit the quarterback, and the best person to do it is the defensive end. What a good job that time by him.
Wilson standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Makes the reception. That's his first reception today.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at 3rd and long, and look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it.
Wilson's completion percentage, 90% on the day. Pass is intercepted. The 20, the 10, taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
Well, the quarterback, he could not see the defender. The defender in the right spot makes the catch and takes it back for a touchdown.
Extra point is good. The Seahawks are in shape now to return the kick. No return here, and Wilson will come back out at the 20. The Seahawks are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. First down at the 20. Here's the handoff. Hightower's tackled down after a gain of 5.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job on the offensive line.
The Seahawks will take the snap from the 25. He's taken down at the 35.
I got to give this running back a lot of credit. How about that? He fumbled earlier in the game, but now he is running free, just all out and getting those extra yards after the hit.
The Seahawks will take the snap from the 35. Gains 11. He's averaging right around 7 yards per carry on the game.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
First and 10. With 2 hands, he has it. A foot race to the end zone. And in for the touchdown.
I give all the credit to the wide receiver here. What a route. Fooled the defender. He is wide open. Nice throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
The point after try is in the books. Stephen Hauschka ready for the kickoff. Steps up and fields it at the 2. And tackles made right around the 26-yard line. The Jaguars' offense definitely has it in gear, but Phil, their defense keeps giving up these same scores, so it's got to be very hard for this offensive unit to stay confident because they know they can't stop them on the other end.
Well, you know what they're thinking, hey, our defense stinks today, and they're right, boy, it is having one rough day, but the offense is rolling. So when the offense is rolling, keep it moving. Keep throwing the football to the open guy, and the offensive line, they've been tremendous. No reason to think that they can't go out there and have another good drive.
The Jaguars all bunched up here as they get set at the line. Lee's got it on a pass that had some heat. The Jaguars are looking good so far, Phil, and a lot of that has to do with the passing game. Bortles been in rhythm so far today.
He has been in rhythm. He is hot. Some days, Jim, when you warm up, you know you have it, and that's what happened to this guy today. When he was warming up, he had it, and he has it in the game.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Now as we come back to the field, following the 2-minute warning, we've got a defense trying to hold strong and not allow this lead to balloon any further. Second down, 3 for the first. And off the mark on that short throw.
You got to try to avoid this as a quarterback. Don't throw off that back foot unless you have to. When you do, there's just no way you're going to be as good if you had good balance. Sometimes it throws off the mark.
The Jaguars from the 37. He's turning ahead. As we see the rushing numbers, obviously this team isn't going to complain about leading, but I think that you look at the numbers a little deeper and you have to say, wait a minute, we need to control the tempo of this game more. We've got to get our running back going.
I think that's the number one thing when you look at this offense, Jim. Don't abandon the running game. I think you've got to keep trying. You've got to keep the defense honest. And if you do that, it gives just a better chance to win the game, of course.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive.
Here we go now. 39.
The Jaguars take it from the 28. Avrils able to read that play and make the hit.
The Seahawks defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one heavy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop the runner and make him lose yards, that's good stuff.
Out of the shotgun. Bortles' pass will be incomplete this time.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
The field goal attempt is good. It's good.
That was a good hold, good kick, 3 points. Good job by the offense.
Takes it from the 2. Spins out of the defender's clutches. And he's brought to the ground. And a run back of about 17. The Seahawks offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last drive actually ended in a touchdown, Phil. We'll see if they still have it in them to issue a repeat performance.
Well, what you saw in that last drive was everything just came together perfectly for them. The experience of the football team, the talent of the players, and the coaches helped them out. They got it done.
The Jaguars with a nickel look here on defense. The Seahawks from the 27. The Seahawks get a first down. The Seahawks are going to use one of the 2 timeouts they have remaining. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Could have been intercepted. Second down following that incompletion. Graham split out wide on the left. Russell Wilson will take it from the gun. Wilson's going to give himself up here and slide the play to an end.
It's not as easy as it looks. That quarterback, good job of sliding before he takes the hit that time. If you think you can get a play off quickly and not use a timeout, you go with the hurry-up offense. That time, a good job by the coach and the quarterback. When you talk about throwing the football into open space, that's almost always against zone defenses. That's what we saw that time. Good job by the quarterback throwing it in there.
Wilson's completion percentage, 80% on the day. The catch is made. Picks up about 5. The Seahawks have to take their final timeout. That's it. The pass play was good for 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. They're going to get him here for a sack. The first half is complete. Larry Ridley ready to take things over back in the studios, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. All you want at the Super Bowl is a highly competitive game, and that's what we have. Both teams have to feel like they're in good shape, and that should lead to a wild finish down the stretch. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. 3rd and long. Here, a throw deep down the field is caught, and he'll be tackled at their own 48-yard line. Same drive, Allen Robinson hauling in the pass in traffic. And after the short pass, he'll score. That takes the lead up to 7. They have it at the 44-yard line. Under pressure here, and the ball is picked off. Jaguars would then turn it around for the touchdown. The lead now at 11. 1st and 10. Wilson's got the completion here. He gone as he sprints into the end zone, closing the gap to 4. And with that, it's time to head back to field level as we're just one half away from deciding a Super Bowl champion.
Okay, Larry, looking sharp back in that studio. Thank you for that. And now we're ready to get the 3rd quarter underway as these teams take the field. The Seahawks are... set to return the kickoff. This second half is underway, and both of these teams know if they can execute their game plans, they put themselves in a great position to win this Super Bowl. The Seahawks offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side. You know, you have many plays in that playbook. I think they need to try a few different ones here in the second half. Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
Second and 10. Into the hands of Jimmy Graham.
You got to be agile when you make these kind of catches, running these short drag routes across the field. That time we saw the agility of the receiver. Nice catch.
Wilson's completion percentage, 80% on the day. And they sack him on 3rd down, and they force the quick 3 and out.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the 3rd down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
Green's going to look for space now. That picks up 11. The Jaguars take the field here in the second half, looking to extend their lead in this one, partner.
Yeah, you know what you do? It's halftime is over. You come out here, you're not sure what the new game plan is going to be, but feel your way into the game. Don't take a chance early and turn the football over.
Jarring hit that time. Knocks the ball free.
That's why you like defenders who are good punishing tacklers. Make those receivers worry about coming over the middle. They'll be careful the rest of this game because of that big hit.
2nd down and 10. And it's caught by Allen Hurns. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a 1st down.
That's what you want to do. Just get a 1st down, especially when you're on top. Keep the clock moving. Keep the defense guessing. Make them react instead of attack.
There we go now. 45. Left. Go.
1st down here after the completion.
There we go now.
3-step drop. And that's Thomas who almost had the pick.
Incompletion by the quarterback that time. It was good, tight, man-to-man coverage.
Coming to the line at the 44.
Green 90.
The Jaguars have it at the 44. Breaks free, has some space to work with. Bortles going to slide and avoid the hit.
It's a rough game out there. Avoid hits at all costs. Good job that time by the quarterback sliding before he takes the hit.
The Jaguars have it at the 29. Allen Robinson with the catch.
There wasn't much there that time, so good job by the quarterback just throwing the ball and then getting the catch and just getting a couple yards.
Ivory, the lone setback this time. Avrils all over the ball carrier. Third down now. Bortles all by himself in the backfield for this snap. Out of the gun. He's got the catch. Gains 19. That's his first reception today.
The Jaguars offense, they know it's more than just about their defense. The offense did a good job that time picking up the 1st down. That's what you want to do. You got a small lead in the 2nd half. Keep getting those 1st downs and eat that clock up.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down.
There we go now.
Bortles back in shotgun formation. And he hauls it in. Clark's going to make the tackle.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do, of course it'll be a touchdown.
Bortles' completion percentage, 60% on the day.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Incomplete. Chancellor was in the vicinity.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's 3rd and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action.
The Jaguars line up bunch formation. 3rd and goal from the 3. Jacksonville is in for the score. Touchdown. And a 2nd touchdown on the game. And with that score, they've now got a nice buffer to work with over the last quarter and a half.
They've been really efficient here today. And just another example on that touchdown drive, executing to perfection. And they've got a nice lead here. Let's see if they can hang on.
No return here. This will be coming out to the 20. The Seahawks got absolutely nothing out of their previous possession, and here they are back on the field. Another 3 and out, I would have to think, would be very demoralizing to this team right now.
Yeah, it's going to be demoralizing to the offense, but I'll tell you who's going to be more demoralized is the defense, because they need to sit on the sidelines and get a little rest. So I know there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now.
Wilson comes out in the pistol. 2nd and 8. To the ground. Davis there to make the tackle.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
The Seahawks take it from the 23. Ball is out. They recover their own fumble. Well, the offense lucks out this time as they hold on to the football.
Yeah, I think the word luck is appropriate here, no doubt about it. Bad fumble that time by the offensive player, but at least they were alert enough to get there and get on it and keep possession of the football.
Green's going to take this one from the 18. And he's tackled at the 30-yard line. And a run back of about 12. The Jaguars clearly were not content just to play it safe down the stretch. As Phil, they've opened up the lead since halftime.
I like what the offensive line is doing. They got in at halftime, got a little rest, got them something cold to drink, and they've come out here and they are tearing it up.
First down at the 30. Allen Robinson has the reception. That's 5 receptions on the day. The Jaguars are in front thanks to their quarterback. Bortles done everything he can to keep his team on top.
He has been so efficient here today, very smart making decisions, and when you put those two things together, that's why your football team is winning.
Flag.
Pass interference. Defense.
The penalty is declined. That last play will hold up. Coming to the line at the 35. Let's see how they back up the big play here. Takes it from the strong eye. As they continue to lead, you do wonder if this team will run the football more, even though it has been really ineffective to this point.
No, I'd say this. I would go with the pass. You know, you can win the game in the NFL just passing the football. That's what we're going to have to do here today. The run game, it's been rough, and I don't see it changing.
Pass interference. Defense.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
The Seahawks lined up in the nickel.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Bortles going to take off with it. And now he'll slide.
Good job that time by the quarterback sliding. The team, you are valuable to them throwing the football, not running. Slide before you take that hit.
Second and 6. They'll run it here. Runs it across for the touchdown. And a comeback now is going to have to be a monumental one. That touchdown has them looking in pretty good shape.
Yeah, they look like they're on good shape on the offensive side, but listen, no lead is safe in this league, so you've got to be alert. Be alert for trick plays and things that you haven't seen yet.
The Jaguars now going for the point after. And the point after is good. The Seahawks will now be in an even deeper hole here as they get ready to return the kick. Scores 34-13. No return here, and Wilson will come back out at the 20. The Seahawks have gone from bad to worse after an ugly first half. There's nothing here to shine in the second half either.
Have you ever had a situation like this where it's just really gone all against you, nothing goes right, and you just were absolutely awful?
Every week I work with you.
There we go. Bingo. Man, you smashed that one out of the park.
Russell Wilson has it under center. 2nd and 12. Had it for a moment, but then lost it on the hit.
Well, when it's 3rd and long, I just say this, be very careful on the offensive side.
Quarters formation here for the defense. He'll take the snap from the gun. He'll throw it over the middle. 2 hands on the football and has the catch.
This team, one of the better tackling teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle. Now we have a 4th down.
Green's got it now. Gains 14. The Jaguars have extended their halftime lead, and they haven't wasted any time in doing so as they continue to motor up and down the field.
You know, this is what you got to do in this league now. When it's going well on the offensive side, don't slow down, don't get conservative. Keep it going, try to score points, and just dominate the other team. Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run, nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
It's a 2 tight end formation. 2nd down and 7. Incomplete. 3rd down on the way. And Ivory's lined up in a single back formation. Over to Thomas. Mark him down for another reception.
That's an awesome job by the offense picking up this 1st down here in the 2nd half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock, and that is an art, and this team is good at it. Now he's going to change the play, and look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Welcome back. We've got a blowout in the making. The final quarter begins with this snap.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
Bortles will be taking this snap out of the pistol. Feeds him again. He is brought down at the 49-yard line.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a 1st down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Almost intercepted that time.
Well, Jim, that's a nice job by the defender knocking that football down on 3rd down. That's what you want to do as a defense. Of course, you want to get off the field. Every time an offense completes a 3rd down pass, their chances of getting a score on that drive go up big time. So getting off the field is great. Nice job by the defender.
Signals fair catch. The Seahawks offense comes back onto the field. Let's see if they can move the chains this time, because the last possession was ugly. They weren't out there very long.
Jim, you know how I think in situations like this, I think it's more up to the coach than the players. Call a play that really catches the defense off guard so you can get an easy game and get the momentum on your side and get it rolling.
The Jaguars all season long have won the turnover battle, and today it's more of the same.
When you look at turnovers, it really, to me, comes down to one thing. That means you have a lot of speed on the defensive side. You can hit them before they are ready, and that's what they're doing here today.
And this will end up as a 2-yard loss. The Jaguars have the lead right now, and you see the numbers. You can't help but notice that the pass rush has finally awakened.
Yeah, this pass rush is just overpowering the offensive line. That's always good for a defense. They love seeing that, but their energy level is way up there. That's really helping them out a lot, too.
That's a good tackle, and that's a quick 3 and out.
Nice job that time by the defense. Knowing the situation, go ahead and let the quarterback complete the pass. Just make sure you come up and make the tackle before the first down. Good job. Fourth down coming up.
Green's got it on the return. That's a pickup of 14. The Jaguars heading back out there on offense, hoping to improve on their last possession, which ended rather quickly with a punt.
Yeah, I think what they got to do, they got to come out and be a little more creative. Get the defense off guard. Make them think over there. That was too generic what they did on the offensive side. If you want to score, show some ingenuity.
Two tight ends on the field here. They'll go ground. Tackle made by Bennett that time. It's third down coming up. The Seahawks defense now is going to go nickel. Looking at every option. Bortles on the move. Breaks free. Bortles going to cut his losses here as he slides to a finish.
That's a really smart job that time by the quarterback. Pick up all the yards you can, and before you're going to get hit, slide in there like you're going to second base.
The play clock's running down. Handoff out of the I formation. And he's going to be tackled right around the 43.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
2nd and 4. Bortles going to scramble. Feeling the heat.
Nice job by the defensive backs. The quarterback buys the extra time. He gets outside of the pocket, but look at them. They stay right with the pass receivers. Nobody gets open. Quarterback has to throw it away.
The Jaguars take it from the 43. Looking to go deep. Allen Hurns with the grab. In stride, and he's home for the touchdown. That could be construed as running up the score, Phil. This game was already in the bag.
Well, Jim, it could be construed. You got to try a little harder or the score will get run up on you. How about that? You know, you are allowed to stop them on the defensive side, and you got to put some effort into it and some heart, and we've seen neither.
He'll have a chance to take off. And the tackle is made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31. Looking at some of these stats now, it's surprising to see how much the passing game has fallen off since the start of this one, Phil.
Yeah, there's a lot of answers to that, Jim. First off, the coverage has been better. The pass rush has picked up. And the biggest thing of all, the quarterback is just off target.
Gains 20. That's reception number 2 for him.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
Wilson's completion percentage, 80% on the day. Back now in this one, and time is running out here in the fourth quarter. The Jaguars will come out in the dime. First down at the 49. They're setting up screen. And at the 49, he'll be brought down.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have. When the window of opportunity is very small, quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
Wilson's completed his last 6 passes. 2nd and 10. And incomplete as Baldwin can't hold on.
Well, sometimes when you have a talented receiver, you just got to put up with plays like that. He might drop a few, but when he does catch it, they can make a big play.
The Seahawks will line up the first down markers right at the 39-yard line. 3rd down and 10. Going to be a penalty here.
Pass interference. Defense.
The
The 37 is the line of scrimmage.
Defense respecting the deep ball, playing way off the receivers. Easy catch there, no one near him.
Even though you're getting blown out, keep trying to score. Give your team some confidence. Make your players feel better. Try to push it down the field, get something done.
Second down after that pass play. Holding on to the timeout. They'll rush back to the line. Wilson from the shotgun. And it's knocked down.
Things get tight down here in the red area. I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though. In position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up there and knock it down.
Wilson's got it in the gun. Looking across the middle, and that's a touchdown late in this one.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
Extra point was good. The Jags are ready to return the kick. He's got a chance to return this one. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. The Jaguars took care of business here today, Phil, and now you got to think they just want to run the clock, avoid any injuries, and get to the locker room as quickly as possible to celebrate.
Yeah, no question about it. They won the battle here today. They wore out this defense. The offense was absolutely tremendous. And you're right, don't make a mistake now like a penalty, whatever. Let the clock run out so you can celebrate.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Second down and 10. Here's the quick toss. The Jacksonville Jaguars have won the Super Bowl. The Lombardi Trophy is heading to Jacksonville, Florida. It was a storybook season that ends with a Super Bowl victory today. And I think when you go back to the beginning of training camp, it was a storybook season that ends today. And I think when you look back to the beginning of training camp, no one would have imagined that this team would be holding up the Lombardi Trophy in the end.
I think we're seeing a new day and age in the NFL. Well, let's quit trying to guess who's going to win before the season, because the talent is so good across the board in the whole league. It's when you get hot. And this team got hot late in the year. That was enough to get them into the playoffs, and they made it work all the way through to a Super Bowl victory.
The brotherhood will never be stronger than this moment. All the dreams coming out of youth. The emotion of it all, it's almost overwhelming. To realize a dream from the playgrounds, through all the practices, to one day have your hands on the Lombardi Trophy. Now that moment is realized. For the rest of your life, you'll be remembered as a Super Bowl champion. For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long from the Super Bowl.